You judge things based on the behavior, right? Right? When your brothers and sisters mistreat you for your own good, you don't say, well, at the end, I was right. Yeah, but you beat me up being right. That's not right. Sometimes you need to let countries make their own mistakes. Sometimes you need to let younger brothers and sisters make their own mistakes, and the United States did not. So now, based on that relationship, you can begin to understand a little bit about the relationship that currently exists between Latin America and the United States. Sometimes we're as close as brothers and sisters. And other times we are as separate as brothers and sisters. Okay? Because the best relationships are between siblings, right? Your brothers and sisters, you love them to death, you have great relationships, you got something in common that nobody else in the world is going to have in common with them, right? Mommy and Poppy. But at the same time, when you're fighting, you can't have any worse enemy, right? Because they know you so well, they know all the buttons to push. Right? Felix knows all the little buttons to push, Alexander, and you know all the little buttons to push in Felix. So when you're in a fight, it's really bad. That's the United States and Latin America. Okay? Now, after Roosevelt comes Taft. And you remember Taft. He's the big, heavy guy. Okay? With the walrus look, that sort of thing. Well, Taft actually was a very bright man. Very bright. And Taft said, look, I don't like this whole thing about military things. Why don't we do this? Rather than Europe lending the money and us acting as police officers, why don't we lend the money? Get Europe out of this. We'll lend the money. They'll have to pay us because we're their big bad neighbors. So all problems are solved. Europe is out of our business. We're lending the money. They're paying us. Voila. Problem solved. So for a while that was okay. And that was the dollar diplomacy. We lend you dollars. We are happy. You're happy. Europe is happy over there doing their own thing because Europeans always are fighting with each other, and soon they will be. First World War is around the corner. So everybody's happy with dollar diplomacy. But then comes Woodrow Wilson. And there's one thing about Woodrow Wilson that you probably won't like. He was a history teacher. I don't know about you, but history teachers just get under my skin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Hey, progress reports on Friday, by the way. And he said, look, I think that we need to make sure that Latin American countries have democracies. So what we want to export from the United States is we want those countries to be democratic. It isn't like we want to tell you what to do, but we're going to tell you what to do. And we're willing to send our military to make sure that you're democratic. Mexico